Alright, what's going on, collectors? Optical 20 here for a video review. This time it's Enterbay LeBron James, the 1/9 motion masterpiece, I believe what they call them. And you can purchase this figure and other, Enterbay figures at bigbadtoystore.com. Just click the link on the description. I used to have the LeBron 1/6, but I returned it, also to Big Bad. There was some staining. I didn't know it was something common. Plus the fact that I'm not a big LeBron James fan at that time or now, but I gotta admit the guy is a beast. You can see here, this is the box motion masterpiece series 1. Steph Curry, James Harden, John Wall. I don't have John Wall yet. I got Westbrook, James, and Anthony I don't have yet. So let's see. Hopefully this line just continues. I kind of like the 1/9, to be quite honest with you. Here, James. The box is interesting. It's smaller. I like the artwork that they have. It's pretty simple. Mind you, this is my first, I would say, non-1/6 collectible in ever. Ever since I started collecting 1/6, it started with Hot Toys, then Enterbay 3-0. I never really considered anything beyond that because I just feel like it's gonna go out of scale. But honestly, after seeing this figure, obviously the 1/9 of Iron Man just came out maybe a year or a couple of years ago. I kind of like the scale. Yeah, it's not too big. It doesn't feel like a Barbie doll. But at the same time, it retains the same quality, maybe a little bit less to the 1/6. There's a lot more details, obviously, that you can put on 1/6. And these are the hands, pretty standard hands that you're gonna see from any regular, Enterbay figure. But it does come with this nice, I don't know, kind of holder. It says Enterbay right there. So that's a big, it's pretty cool. So hands are not going to be scattered all over the place if you want to. And you got the ball, which has the the nice details. This the same thing that you're going to find on 1/6. All the difference is that it does have a hole instead of a magnet. On the 1/6 you got a magnetized hand, and here you got a hole that you're going to insert a small transparent peg, and then you're going to insert it on the hand. Quite a step back from the 1/6 with the magnet, but I guess you can, I don't know if you can or cannot insert magnets on the smaller hands of 1/9. But yeah, those are the stickers. You can see this clear rod. I like and don't. I have a love and hate relationship with the stand. I like that it's a little bit concealed. I like the magnet part of it. If when it works well, it's pretty good. But there's certain limitations to what you could and couldn't do with this stand. It also comes with this logo, Cleveland Cavaliers, and anyone that you buy, let's say Steph Curry, you're gonna get a different logo for different players, and obviously you can switch it around, I guess. And, like with Carmelo Anthony, you can use a Thunder. However, his uniform, you can't really find any uniform for 1/9, at least on eBay yet. I don't know, I haven't really actively looked, but it comes with a headband that he wears every once in a while. I would say very rarely now, since he fixed his hairline. And this stand right here is for the ball. I have no idea why or how or why. I guess when the ball's dribbling on the air, if you want to, or something like that. But it's a bit random. And it also comes with this see those little rod, it comes with 4 of them. That's where you put the hands in the ball. Also, this is the stand, which is it's a bit different than the 1/6 one. The 1/6 is a little bit more, I would say, I don't want to say museum quality, but obviously the 1/6 is a bit more expensive. You get more for your money. You get some accessories and whatnot. But this one's not too bad, quite honest with you. And this one stand is a bit, it's kind of funny how it's set up. Don't put them on the middle. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna run out of space in the front. So you got this little, covers, as you may see. So you can position this however you want. You just kind of like insert it on the peg there. I'm just giving an example here. The best position is all the way in the back. I'm just letting you know right now. And this, if you want to cover them up, not cover them up, but yeah, this is kind of like the what would hold this peg right here. So you kind of insert it. Yeah, I would, this is a terrible way of doing it, but I guess this is the most effective way in front of the camera, because when I'm filming this, there's a tripod in my chest. So yeah, you can just kind of insert it right there and kind of put it there. I wouldn't say it's holding it together, but yeah, it does help. So it's not going to be stable if you don't push it all the way. So you can either press it down or just press them together. As you can see, it's a little bit wobbly, but these are, I think this is the cover for the top that you can insert right there. You don't really need to, no one's going to see that, but for aesthetic purposes, I'm pretty sure I made a mistake there. I think I reversed it, so yeah, I don't remember what I did here, but yeah, so you can just flip-flop here, yeah, and then you can see you can position him any way you want to, or there's no right or wrong way. It depends on how you at least in that you have several options there. This is the logo, so normally, at least on the pictures, the promotional pictures, you'll find them here. So just push it out, the cover would fall down, you get this, kind of insert it there, yep. And if you want to insert this weird looking, I guess, ball holder, if you want to call it that way, you can put it there. As far as the figure, it's still nicely detailed, even though it's compressed in a 1/9. I don't like the fact that the knees are in different colors. He looks ashy. His knees looks ashy on this one. But one thing that you would get, they call it the Motion Masterpiece Series, is because there's more joints. It can articulate better. As you can see, double jointed elbows. You can see right now too, there's some bicep swivel. There's a joint in there, which you typically won't find in their larger 1/6 scale collection. But the drawback here is that the positive side is you get more dynamic poses. The drawback is there's visible joints, so it's not aesthetically pleasing. So to be quite honest, I am perfectly fine with the poses that I could do with the 1/6 collection that I have. Given the chance, if I have an option, I would retain the same exact I guess replica of 1/6, just compress it to a smaller one. I don't really need double jointed elbows. You can use your imagination when posing these figures, but I would take those a little bit less joints. Even the knees, you can see it's double jointed knees as well here. So I would take those compared to having these joints exposed. Like the bicep swivel, it's not a big deal because you have some swivel on your shoulders. So I mean, it depends, I guess, on what kind of action pose that you're trying to do, but it's just doesn't, to me, it just doesn't look good unless you have Carmelo Anthony, who's like wrapped. You won't see his bicep swivel because he has dual shooting sleeves, and his knees are covered up as well. So but not everyone's like that. As you can see, there's still the details on the tattoos. Bryce, on his shin, on his leg, he's wearing, what is this? I don't know, LeBron 14s. Even his socks are a trademark. So that's that's something you would get. It's still an expensive figure. I think this one retails for $124.99, but significantly, I wouldn't say significant, I would say significantly less than the normal 1/6, because the normal 1/6 would range you for $220 or $240 depending on the character or the player that you're gonna get. You can see there's some details on the tattoos, but it might not be on the spot, but again, even on 1/6, they kind of look funny anyway. You see the beast on his shoulder, which is rightfully earned by LeBron. And as far as the head sculpt, no shortage of likeness here. This is LeBron James. This is a lot better, in my opinion, than the 1/6 counterpart. The 1/6 counterpart does come with two head sculpts though. I'm not a big fan of those smiling head sculpts anyway. I like the action poses. I mean, that's how you got this figure. For the most part, you're gonna put them in action poses. But yeah, I guess the one's the biggest difference. Most of the figures outside of Michael Jordan that I had has 2 head sculpts: Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Penny Hardaway, 2 figures. This one, they don't come with trophies or MVP trophies, warm-up suits and all that stuff, but you still get the same quality that Enterbay is known for. You can see this head sculpt right here. This is screaming LeBron James through and through. Look at that. His beard, his the skin tone, his eyes, the white on his eyes. Even there's some veins in his eyes as well. As you can see, I'm gonna put the headband on, and it's still the same likeness. The hairline is beautiful. LeBron, well, I don't know what he did, but he got it back. I did a horrible job on putting the headband on, but you get the idea. You can see there. I don't know. He looks like he's wearing a mouthpiece there. So I just want to get a little bit closer, and I fixed the headband. Normally, you will see that headband, all the way up, trying to cover his hairline. But like I said, he fixed it. So there you go, just like Brian Urlacher. Even some freckles, some texture in his skin. That is beautiful. Yeah, I hope they continue with the series too. I'm actually digging this 1/9. I know they came up with Dennis Rodman, but I already have him on 1/6. So I might. They should like focus their movie like motion masterpiece for current players and leave the 1/6 to the legends. Because right now all the motion masterpiece outside of Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman are mostly current players, and I think there's enough, I guess, current players that they could do that are interesting. They could do Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade never had a figure before. So in a defensive stance. Yeah, you can see the arms right there. There's so many ridges. I don't know. It just looks. I mean, I don't mind. It's 1/9, so I guess it makes more of a toy than a collectible compared to the 1/6. But it's when you got a likeness like this and the uniform, there's a lot of details that came to this figure, even at the small size, that I don't know, in just my opinion, that obviously the lower the joints that we're gonna see, the better. I'm not asking for Fison body here because I know that's gonna be difficult for Enterbay to keep the cost down, but yeah, not a big fan of these knees and shoulders and whatnot. So this is another problem that I have with his stand. So on the defensive stand that you saw earlier, as long as his foot or his feet are touching the base, you're okay. But when you come to this, like flying, dunking pose, the weight of the figure is not. The magnet can't hold the figure. It will topple and fall down. So that's why I kind of use the other stand. And on his feet at the bottom doesn't have a peg hold on it. I wish it did, so you can kind of utilize that other transparent holder, so you can kind of distribute the weight. But without that, having him in this pose, like a dunking pose, would be merely impossible. Yeah, I tried it. I tried several times, like pulling it up, changing the direction of the magnet. It's just that, I don't know, maybe it's the post that I'm doing, that the weight is not distributed properly. But yeah, that's one of those things that I wish they would address, if they are going to do the series 2. Now, but when it works, kind of like this dribbling pose, it works really well because there's no clamp on his waist, so the uniform doesn't get crumpled up. Because that's one of the I guess biggest issue with the clamp, is when you clamp it on his waist, you always have this fear that maybe over time this uniforms, like the calves, the numbers are kind of like pressed on. So over time, if it's being pressed on by a clamp or in a crumpled position, that there's a fear that it would start cracking. So, but with this magnet, like I said, when it works, it looks great. It's even this transparent broad, you can barely see it. Especially maybe if you put them on a more strategic way, you would barely notice it, and even the uniform can flow nicely. And as far as size comparison, LeBron is a big dude. He's 6'9". Russell Westbrook is no small guy, but obviously he's gonna be so much bigger. Not really indicative on this shot, but yeah, you can see there's a height difference there, and also I guess the mass. LeBron's a big dude. He can play a tight end on the NFL. So you can see the mass. I guess his shoulder, his width, also indicative of how big he is. And that's it, you guys. That's it for the 1/9 series of Enterbay. And for my conclusion, I liked it. Am I going to continue to buy it? I guess depending on, if Big Bad's gonna hook me up, but so far I got 4 of them. Am I planning to get Carmelo and John Wall? Perhaps. So far I'm really enjoying it. I like the 1/9 scale. I like it more than the 1/6, but I'm so heavily invested in 1/6 that I don't, even if they reproduce the same characters that I have, I highly doubt I'm gonna sell my 1/6 to move to 1/9. It's just too many at this point. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Share my videos and all that stuff. Really do appreciate that. And follow me on Instagram, posting pictures there, and also on Facebook. Like my page, because that's where I post my reviews and some pictures. But yeah, thank you for watching. And my next review is probably gonna be Russell Westbrook, the reigning MVP. So yeah, NBA season is around the corner, so just keep on watching, guys. Thank you, and until next time.